Now, voters in Virginia head to the polls tomorrow in a closely watched referendum. They'll decide on a new congressional map, possibly giving Democrats a new advantage in the midterms. If passed, Dems could pick up 4 additional seats in the House. But as MSNOW Nick McCool explains, Republicans are not going to go down without a fight.
1, 2, 3. Yes!
Just outside Washington, a battle in Virginia that could help decide who wins the House of Representatives in November, and Democrats are bringing in the big guns.
You can push back against the Republicans trying to give themselves an unfair advantage in the midterms.
Tomorrow, Virginians will vote on a referendum to redraw the state's congressional districts mid-decade that could hand more districts to Democrats.
What's on the line is essentially Republicans being able to rig the game again.
Right now, Democrats control 6 of Virginia's 11 House seats, but the new map means they could control up to 4 more after this year's midterms. Republicans are urging Virginians to vote no.
Going from a 6-5 map in a purple state to a 10-1 Democrat map is just a political partisanship to an extreme.
Democrats have framed the measure as a response to the exact same thing President Trump has pushed in red states, most notably in Texas.
Just a very simple redrawing. We pick up 5 seats.
But partisan gerrymandering of districts can be seen as unfair. Democrat Suhas Subramaniam represents part of the Northern Virginia suburbs.
I've supported across the country having one standard for redistricting, but the reality is that I refuse to be a victim of Republicans breaking norms and breaking the rules and doing unprecedented things to win elections.
Are you ready to push a yes vote by April 21st?
High-profile Democrats endorsing the redistricting push, including former President Obama.
By voting yes, you have a chance to do something important, not just for the Commonwealth, but for our entire country.
But Republicans have run ads using his previous opposition to gerrymandering generally against him, like these comments from 2017.
Because of things like political gerrymandering, our parties have moved further and further apart.
MSNOW Capitol Hill reporter Kevin Fry speaking with supporters of redistricting.
We've been pushed into the positions where 2 wrongs will make a right, and it's, as Democrats, we simply can't come to a boxing match when the other person brings a knife.
A recent poll showing the yes vote with a 5-point edge among Virginia likely voters within the margin of error. Aaron Covey with the Cook Political Report.
The pro-redistricting side has a massive spending advantage over the anti-redistricting side.
Covey says 5 states have already completed mid-decade redistricting, and a handful of others are considering measures or have maps pending. If the referendum passes, Virginia could put Democrats ahead in newly drawn seats that could possibly flip. But if the other likely states get their maps over the finish line too,
we're still projecting that the result of all of this mid-decade redistricting will be a wash at the end of the day.
And some Democrats say that's exactly the point, even the playing field for November. And just to be clear, the Virginia measure would enact the new map by taking power away from the bipartisan redistricting commission that voters approved in 2020. But the measure says it would give power back to that commission to redraw the districts after the 2030 census. Back to you. MSNOW's Nick McCool with that report. So, Elise, let's talk about the ramifications here. First of all, we've seen sort of a mixed bag on the political benefits for the governor who's behind it. Gavin Newsom in California got this through. His approval rating there remains high. Governor Spanberger in Virginia, and there are other factors at play here too, but her actually poll numbers have really slipped this year. But at the end of the day, though both parties are playing the game now, this was because President Trump told Texas to redistrict, to get more seats. That may not end up working, actually, but this is something the GOP started.
Well, it started the ripple effect of you can either just sit back and take it, or you can join and play your own form of asymmetric warfare. You know, this isn't going to be some kind of fair fight. This is political war now at this stage in the game. And as an analyst, for me to see Democrats coming and out and being aggressive when at other similar moments they haven't put up such a hard fight, it's the moment that Democrats across the country want because they want to see their elected officials fighting for them.
I think that's exactly right. All right.